Want to know when you have safe water versus toilet water? I mean, especially with these toilet to tap programs coming out, we really want to know when we have safe water, right? I mean, at least me, I don't want to assume. Maybe some people like licking toilets, but that's just not my cup of tea. So for those of you that want safe water, in this video, what we're going to be talking about is, why I thought of the Safe Water Seal, why we created it, what it stands for, and how it benefits you, what to look for here in the future to get safe water. There's so many different, there's even the Safe Water Drinking Act, there's the American Water Standards, there's NSF, there's all of these different organizations. Some of them are nonprofit, some of them are for-profit. Actually, just the other day, I went around and called all of the 4- and 3-letter agencies that I could get a phone number for and the contact information for and emailed. But I was surprised to see that most of them were not easily reachable. I couldn't even get a hold of more than 50% of these water organizations that are dedicated, committed to safety. And when I talked to the remaining half that picked up, more than half of them, even though they said that they had initiatives or they were concerned about safe water, when I asked them who to talk to about safe water, they didn't even have anybody for me to talk to. Now, only the specific nonprofits that were dedicated to like safe water or water standards, of course, they have coalitions, they have initiatives, they have fundraising, they have projects. But the one thing that was missing is a consumer confidence label, or is just a seal to let people know and come in public so that way they can be healthy. I think this is the most fundamental thing. I think the last thing that we need is another seal, another nonprofit, or another company. But I was really thinking about this, and this is probably the most important thing that I think that a government or a society or a group of people should do, is being that water is mostly, what we're made of in our body, and the quality of our water is directly impacting the quality of our lives. We should know when a lake or a stream is contaminated. We should know when we're at a restaurant that is serving toilet water or tap water. And we should know when, it doesn't matter if you pay $300 for a plate or $3 for a meal. If you get food, you expect it to be food and free of, poopies, swimmies, and toilet water. But unless if you like eating off of a toilet bowl, and I'm sure nobody here does, that we want to have a safety seal. So right next to the restaurants where I said like A, B, or C, right next to the door, there should also be the Safe Water Seal. And that's what I've created. That's what it stands for. The difference between this Safe Water Seal and all of the other certifications that exist, to say simply, is this. A lot of the other certifications or standards are about what contaminants, what specific contaminants to remove, what levels to have of different contaminants to be safe, and what filtration methods work really, really well out of the box. And they test all these things in the lab. But the biggest dirty secret of the filtration and the water industry or the water world at large is that there's very little end of life testing. There's very little backing up of claims and verifying of claims. And there's very few people that care about just safe water. And what I mean by safe water is water that is completely free of contaminants. Water that doesn't have any virus, any bacteria, anything that is bioburden, chemicals, forever chemicals, nanoplastics. The goal is to reduce this to the minimum amount possible. Now, with certain methods, it's just not possible. It might be in the beginning for the first few gallons, but it's just not possible when you're looking at length. So how do we clean up our water is the one most important question and mission that we are tasked with at the Safe Water Seal. It's to provide this transparency to test filters to make sure that they're actually doing what they're saying, because bad filters or filters that are contaminated not only kick off a lot of bad water into the water supply, contaminating water for other people, it's making it a harder and harder situation for those filters to clean up the water to make it safe in the first place. So we want to actually look at what filters are doing a bad job at adding to the contamination problem rather than helping. And so that's what the Safe Water Seal is here to do, is educate and make aware on what safe water is, how to get safe water, and to make it very simple and clear to know when you have safe water. So if you liked the information in this video or you found it valuable, go ahead and give us a like. And if you have any questions, comments about safe water, I invite you to leave it below. And of course, if this is the first time that you're seeing this video, make sure to subscribe so that way you can see more of our videos in the future. Otherwise, you may not see another one of these videos again. And we do talk about safe water and health and ultimately how to live your best life without paying an arm and a leg or getting sick for unnecessary reasons, especially if it's as easy and preventable as just choosing safe water. So if you want a safe water guide, if you want to know more about safe water, I recommend you visit bluewaterseal.org. It's a site that I've dedicated to the safe water movement, and you can get a safe water guide by joining below. Take care, and I'll see you on the next video.